Hello, good morning, welcome everybody. I see that you've all come across to join us. Thank you guys. I'll say a few hellos in a minute. Lovely show from Stephanie and Mel. I hope you got your goodies during that one. Remember to check out your baskets. Some cracking new demonstrations on how to use some of our printables in that show. So welcome, here we are. So this is the first hour of 2 today for our lovely resin show. So you've got myself and David for this one, and then it's yourself and Mel for the second one.
I believe so, yeah.
So you get a little bit of a different take on it. Now we're bringing you some fabulous new moulds and deals on the Resin Cast and all sorts. So I know Amber's going to be scrolling through that, but obviously you need to know where to watch and how to shop. So you can watch us on social media platform, because that's what we are, social media shopping. So on your Facebook or your Instagram. You can also watch us on YouTube, on your smart TVs, if that's what you want, a bigger screen. However, you do need to keep shopping on Facebook and Instagram, okay? It's really easy when you're on there. Throughout the hour, as I'm going up and down, I'll actually give you a code for the product, okay? That will also appear on your screen at the same time. So you type in shop round, glasses on would be good. Type in the word shop and round in the comments. Send that in as if you're talking to each other, and then you'll get a message back from us. In that message, when you click on it and open it, is a link. When you're ready for checking out all your lovely goodies at the end of the show, click on one of those from us, the message from us, open that link, and it'll take you straight to our website, to your shopping basket. Log in and check out. That easy. And then also, one of my favourite places to go and shop is on our website. So if you go to highlightcrafts.com, we're streaming live every hour. We're live on there. Now there's a little button on there that is super brilliant. It's a shop ahead button. So on there's a little button, you can click on it and shop today's deals. Now everything on every show is there, so you can get ahead and shop ahead. So then once you've picked all your items, you can then sit back and relax and just enjoy the shows and the demos. So welcome one and all. How lovely is it to have your company again this morning? I am going to say a quick hello to a few of you. Okay, let's start. Oh, a few
lots
of you.
of comments coming through.
Gosh. Darren, Amanda, Carol, Lorraine, Wendy, Maureen, Julie, morning. We've got a Jackie, Pauline, Tracy. And you're all saying morning to everybody. How fantastic, there's that. Janet says, good morning, David and Amanda and everyone.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Oh, we're a favourite crowd.
Oh, fabulous.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
You're our
Linda's
crowd.
there. Good morning, Linda. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It is an absolute pleasure that you come along and spend a little bit of time with us throughout your day, because you are our lovely family.
Yeah.
So, the newbies. We've got some new.
We do indeed. These are very nice. Now, I've been so excited to share these with you. I think they're actually, do you know what? You might think they're quite a simplistic shape, but these are actually my favourite mould we have done. Favourite. For so many different reasons.
I get that. Absolutely, I get that. So this one is shop round. You are getting all three, okay? For $24.99. So you're getting the large one.
It's it's like a dinner plate.
It is like a salad plate, side plate, coaster.
Yes, or little saucer.
Or saucer.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
What these are your moulds for your resin cast, whether it's going to be concrete. You can use them for baking as well if you wanted to, so keep your craft and, of course, your food ones or your baking ones separate. But look at these. So I've been doing some stenciling on them to make them into ceramic tiles. I've been glazing them with Aqua stone over the top, so you get that wonderful shine and sheen. These make the perfect trivet for your kitchen, for your hot pans, your hot plates, whether you're going to be standing these on your dining table with all of your serving bowls on there. These look great as well while you're setting them. If you just set a bit of string or a bit of wire into the back of the mould, and then you can make hanging signs as well. Maybe you're going to put on here the house number, and it's going to go by the front door.
Absolutely.
How cool would this be? Maybe it's going to be on a door, and it's going to be a wonderful sentiment plaque. You can make and sell with these, but look at some of the results. So this one was with stenciling and varnish on. This one here we did a pour on. So this is one I did a pour on last night, and you can see how shiny it is after we've done the pour on top of the resin. This one here was aqua stoning and mixing it with micas to create a fabulous cosmic background, which I love.
That is super cool. When David was doing that yesterday, I could see him out the corner of my eye, and then he went, Amanda, come and look at this. Come and look at this. And I went, ooh, that's like stargazing. Aren't they incredible?
I love these so much. They're fabulous.
Absolutely brilliant.
Now, you can make them as thick or as thin as you want to, so they could be really thin tiles or they could be really chunky as well. You can see with this one, it's about 1 inch deep. Now, I've been filling it about halfway because for me that was enough. But you could go even further with it. You can mix, of course, your inks in with the resin as you're pouring it to create a fabulous swirl, create different patterns, but these are brilliant.
If you do them in the concrete, because you can use them like that, you could have lovely stepping stones.
Yeah, you could do, absolutely. You could do them with plaques, you do them with stepping stones.
How lovely are they?
You can make them and use them with whatever substrate you want.
Beautiful.
But these, honestly, they're fabulous. I cannot wait to show you the demos. I mean, I've been doing this one over here. And I've been doing
again,
all the
this
little
was
resin.
super cute last night. You actually finished it.
Yeah, so I
Look
put the
at
resin
that.
flowers on it. So this one here, I actually used some more molds that we have on the show, filled those with resin, and used the resin to stick the flowers to this. Then I'm going to paint it all and put my house number in there and hang it by the front door. How cute is that? And then it can go outside because
gorgeous.
we varnish it.
Of course. And we've got all the substrates and anything in between to be able to, for your creativity today. So, first of all, remember, Shop Round gets you all 3 of those fabulous brand new moulds, okay? $24.99.
That's an amazing price. I mean, look at the size of it. That one
They're
there
huge.
spans at least about 8 inches across, down to probably the smallest one at 4. They are big molds,
They
3
are.
of them for
Yes,
that price.
absolutely, which is just phenomenal. Then we're going to do the white resin cast, okay? So, again, you've seen David use this a lot. 2 white resin casts for $29.99. So on this occasion, it's buy one, get one.
Free.
How cool is
Buy
that?
one, get one free. I mean, this here, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. That is unbelievable. Now,
Brilliant.
this is your opportunity to stock up on your resin cast. You're going to get 800 grams in each bag, okay? So you're getting like 1,600 grams, well, 1.6 kilos that you get in there, which is an incredible amount. You're going to be able to do loads of coasters, loads of molds, loads of flowers, do lots of different effects with it, but this is your opportunity to stock up because we share with you the resin on a regular basis, but now is your time to get it.
Now, you can go for an extra bag on its own if you want to. I don't think I'd do that though.
I wouldn't.
No, but we have got the black on its own and the white on its own if you want to add these in. But these, so shop black, $29.99 just for the one. Or you can have an additional white, again, shop white, $29.99. I'd be going for this one.
Well, absolutely,
Shop
because you're
twin.
going to get one free.
Absolutely.
That should be costing you almost £60.
And which is an incredible saving, isn't it? Now, when you're actually doing these, you might want to do a full surface coverage, which is our gesso. Now, I have to say, lots of gessos over the period of time that I've been crafting, I haven't come across one quite like Cadence, ever. Not ever. And it's just brilliant. It's like extra thick double cream. It is so thick a consistency. It's that thick a consistency that you can use it through your stencils as a medium.
Oh yeah, you can keep it dimensional. You're going to get the black and white. So it's a monochrome bundle, which is perfect. You can see I've gessoed some of mine black, or you can use the black resin cast if you wanted to for that, but much more cost-effective way is to gesso the ones as you're working with them. Fully pigmented, really, really dense as well. And when you're going to work with it, you can mix it with your other paints, you can make your own dimensional pastes with it, mix your micas in with it, mix your alcohol inks in with it as well. It's all water-based, but it's the perfect catalyst to create your own colours.
And that's $11.99. So it's shop gesso and $11.99 for both of them. It's not a picking a white or a black. That is for both pots of the gesso. And again, putting all your other substrates in there as well, you know, mixing a bit of sand or something in it to make it whatever.
Oh yeah, make it gritty.
What's those little beads that we have?
The little
porcelain beads.
Yeah, the ones that are your little artsy stones.
That's it, artsy stones. They're fabulous in the gesso.
Oh my goodness.
So again,
it's getting really busy, guys.
okay. So I can't dance, can you?
I don't think so. Why?
Tap dancing? Because
Why
by
do I
the look
got to
of
do
it, we're
that
going to
next?
need it.
Everyone, it's really busy.
It
Thank
is
you
really
so much,
busy.
but you need to make sure you're shopping
I love
ahead
having your
because
company, guys.
I don't think what we've just started with on the show is going to last the whole hour.
No,
We've
neither
got
do
another
I.
hour later on as well.
You might have to do something different later. So anyway, moving on a little bit, like David suggested, with all of these and the mediums that we're giving you, we've got different mediums to actually mix in as well. These have been so incredibly popular, it's unbelievable. Now, we've got our alcohol inks, haven't we? So we've got Shop Blush, which are your pink and warm hues.
Yes.
And Shop Refresh, which are your blues and green hues, okay? So whichever one you go for, it's $27.99. However, we have got an additional bundle that puts all of this together. So if you do Shop Ink, you get both of the bundles and the storage.
You do as well, and that's going to give you 48 alcohol inks. You get 24 in each one. Now, it does also come with the Highlight Crafts logo label on there as well. You can personalise those, make it your own. We have put these with the bundle, so they're essentially working out free for you. This works out at, for 48 of them, with your club discount, it's going to be less than £1 per ink.
It is.
Which is unbelievable value to money. And again, you could use some points on that purchase as well, bring it down even further. The alcohol inks have been proving incredibly popular here at Highlight Crafts because so many of our principals work with them, and you can mix them with your Resin Cast. To show you as well, this swirl that I created with that Resin Cast was using these very same alcohol inks.
That's
okay,
super pretty.
And it creates the most perfect suspended marble finish. Now, using paint is great, but alcohol inks, it's just different. It looks brilliant, and they're designed for resin as well, so you can use them in epoxy.
I have a question then for you. Did you swirl that in the mould and then pour it in, or did you put it straight into the resin and swirl it?
I swirled it into the resin solution in a cup before it went in the mould.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, talking about pouring, we've got a few items on the show, and I know we're quite limited on these ones, aren't we, David?
We are indeed. Now, you saw that little disc at the front there with that pour on. That's using this very same kit. That's not a Cadence one. This is the Arteza one. These are brilliant value for money. Well, by far the lowest price I've ever seen any pouring kit or equipment. We've got 2 of them on the show.
We have.
But they're not going to last. We are limited stock on these.
We are already. So we've got Shop Spring and Shop Pour. So Shop Spring, $10.99, okay?
So the colours inside here that you're going to get is a wonderful selection of spring tones. You've got a lemon yellow inside there. You've got a wonderful salmon colour as well. You then also have a wonderful aqua blue and also an Air Force blue as well inside there. So you've got all 4 of those colours there. These are pre-mixed, mixed ready to go. Okay, I think the 250 mils, 200 mils each bottle inside there, which is an ample amount of paint to work with. I use them on the resin. I then use my Cadence to aqua stone them. They are brilliant. They are very good quality paints, and I've worked with a lot of paints, and these are really good.
And then the other one is Shop Pour, which are more of your pinky purple hues as well, aren't they? They're gorgeous. So again, same price. This one is still $10.99. Now you do have a £4.50 saving on both of these, but we are limited on both of them. So this one is Shop Pour for that particular colourway. I'm going to suggest that's what you did. That's
Absolutely.
the colour for that one.
Yep, I used this kit on this one. I only used 3 colours. I used the lilac, the orchid, and I used that wonderful aqua blue.
It's beautiful.
I poured it on there. I'll show you how to do it during the show. Hopefully there will be some left. If not, don't worry. We'll try and get them back in. But again, these are limited at the moment, though. We are down to single figures of them. And if you want a pouring kit, a premium pouring kit that requires no mixing, no science from the bottle to the project, this is the one to go for. And do you know what as well? If you've never tried pouring before, this is a great point to start because you're having to hardly spend anything to be able to get the entire kit. All you need is a bin bag because you just want to clear your desk.
Yeah, that's it. And then there's no waste on it at all either. Stay. So the next one, I didn't realise this. I think that's going in my basket. Okay, so Shop Trinket is the next one for both.
For both of these moulds.
Both of them. 2 solid lid trinket jars for $24.99.
$24.99 is going to get you the pair of them. Now you get both moulds and both lids for them too, okay? So this is your larger, your smaller, and then both lids. You can see they actually sound and feel like porcelain. Listen to that. And this one, I mixed with my resin with my alcohol inks. Should we demould it?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so once you've demolded them, obviously you can't get them back in the mould. Not that you would ever need to. But look.
David, look at
this. So let's take it away, just prizing it apart. like that. There we go.
Oh,
look.
that's perfect.
And then you can just pop your lid just on there.
Listen, I love that. Do it again.
Look at this. It is literally like porcelain now. You've got that wonderful marble effect running through. That is the beauty of using those alcohol inks in this resin cast. It gives you the most polished surface, the perfect colour gradient, but these are wonderful. Now, these did launch about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They did sell through, and we now have them back in stock for you, but we don't have a great deal of them. Please don't miss out on these again, okay? Make sure to get them in your basket, but also, if you are thinking, what are these created from? That resin cast is on the show, and we've got it in a double pack, buy one, get one free today. It is literally flying out. Please don't miss out on it, okay?
Lots of comments in here saying, oh my words, I've just grabbed the double white bundle. Rude not to get the resin cast. Absolutely, guys. It's flying. So thank you for your company this morning.
Can we quickly just share it with everybody again? Because
yes.
I think it's one of those where it's not going to last.
It's not going to last.
You've got a 2-pack of resin cast.
You have.
This should be 60 quid.
Buy one, get one free. 2-pack of white resin, $29.99. Absolutely amazing value for money.
Crazy.
So all the instructions are on the back, but David is going to quickly talk us through how we need to work with this as well. So remember, it is a twin pack. You're not getting one. You are getting both of them for the price of one.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy.
I've never seen us do that before.
No, absolutely crazy. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And round the moulds, oh, heck, I knew you'd love these. As soon as you started seeing what you could actually work with and do with them, 45% is already in allocation, everybody.
Wow,
that's
okay.
exciting.
Nice one, guys.
Yeah,
You're going to love them. You're going to love them. You
are going to love them. So now we're going to go on to a few more moulds. These are some of my favourites that we've ever brought you. I know I do like my flowers, but these are just, for me, I can see the versatility of how I'm going to use it, and you guys are going to use it on everything. Whether it's going onto your lovely new round moulds, onto candles and everything else, because it's not just your resin cast you can use with them, you can use them for everything, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can. So if you want to use them for chocolate, if you want to use them for candle wax to make your own wax melts embellishments or candle embellishments, you can use it for all of that. This one here though, what I did was I made a resin cast plaque using my round moulds. Then I filled up these moulds with, again, resin cast. And what I've done is I used a pipette with a small amount of resin and used it as a glue, okay? So I stuck the flowers to it and let it set just for a couple of hours.
Is that the right size?
That's the one, yeah. It's the in-between. You've got your small, medium and large. And then it's given me a wonderful, almost wreath-like display, but in this fabulous resin plaster. It looks great. And then this could go outside. You're going to paint it, embellish it. These moulds, though, you get tons inside here. Some of them have 21 mouldings inside. You're getting 6 within your foliage here. You've got 21 in your roses. You've got 11 with your daisies. And you've got 6 motifs in there with your mixed florals. There is tons to play with.
33 and 21 is 33 and 21 is 53.
You're getting over 50 mouldings inside there.
So you are getting all of them. Again, it's not a pick and mix. I love a pick and mix. And did you notice, everybody, I'm just going to say it, the first thing that David mentioned was you can put chocolate in them. Not all the other things. We went straight in there with the food source.
Well, do you know what?
Straight in with the chocolate.
Could you imagine, though, if you bought a chocolate bar, like a nice fancy one, maybe you've gone to one of those supermarkets that you're only going for a few bits and bobs if there's a yellow sticker on it. I know I'm the person. But they do really nice chocolate bars there. Take it out of the wrapper. They don't actually have markings on them. Melt some just cheap chocolate down, put it in there, and then stick it onto the fancy chocolate bar. Cello wrap it, put it in a gift bag. That would look wonderful. I know that's what I'm doing. That would look great.
That's a nice gift, isn't it?
Yeah.
How lovely is that?
Just make sure to keep them thoroughly clean and, of course, keep them away from your crafty projects.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. If you're having some for your foodies, have it for your foodies.
Also,
or have it...
something worth mentioning, these would look great if you're going to put them on additional home baking as well, because the large round ones that we shared with you at the top of the show, you can put those in the oven. They're designed for baking as well. So you can put these in the oven if you want to do big cookies inside here, or you want to do, of course, your layers of your sponge and things. But you could do big cookies, or, you know, you do your cheesecake base inside there, and then you could put all your chocolate embellishments with your flowers on top.
Amber, our resident baker, okay, she's our go-to for things like this. Could you put icing in these, Amber? Your rolled icing, your fondant and things like that.
Oh, yeah. I'm rather fond of the fondant.
Now we're talking.
We are indeed.
Aren't we?
Yeah. Now we're baking.
Now we're baking. I think Amber should be on Bake Off. Anyway, Shop Mould gets you all 4. I know you did, darling. We'll try again. So you're going to get your roses, your daisies, your flower and your leaves and flowers. Everything for $29.99.
I mean, that's a cracking deal. You're not only getting 4 different sets here, and this one here has 4 different molds inside it.
Can you just pass me one of them? Look at these, okay.
So this is an example of what they look like, guys.
Look,
if I just demold one of these for you.
Are super. Look at that. Oh, I love it when we do this. How easy is it to get that out of there?
You literally pour your resin over the top and use a palette knife to smooth it down like your butter and bread. And look at that. You
look
get
at
the most
the detail.
That's the detail, isn't it, Amanda?
It
I mean,
is.
even down to your little teeny tiny ones, but look at that one here.
And then look inside here in your leaves. You've got all the veins. Everything is there. And it picks up every little bit of detail when you're working with them. And again, they're substantial. They're at least 8mm thick.
I'm going to say, yeah, close to 10. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really flexible, super durable. The easiest to demold in the world.
Really flexible.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're great.
So absolutely brilliant. So you get in all of those. Shop Mould, $29.99. Got bits of stuff everywhere. You're saving £10.97 on that, which is brilliant. Now, something that we had for the birthday launch, because it was our birthday if you weren't here yesterday.
It was. We've all got horrific hangovers.
That's why we're all looking a little pale today. Anyway, so stencils. These were launched yesterday and they are brilliant. Now, can I just say, these aren't just your ordinary everyday box basic stencils. In each packet, there are 2. One is your stencil. The other is your embossing folder stencil. Okay. I'm just going to open up this one because some of you are probably going, what's that mean? What do you mean?
Well, the reason why I popped these on the show was because they were really popular yesterday, and for those of you who missed the shows, this is your opportunity to get them again. But also, look how nice they look when you're stenciling them onto those fabulous resin works with your metallics. I mean, look at that. They're gorgeous. So
you have got, that is your stencil, your Mylar stencil, and then this one is out of super thick again. So that one is your embossing. So if you want to do embossing and run it through your embossing machine with your embossing plates, absolutely you can.
Of course.
So each one has got a dual stencil in there. So for all of it, so it's not 4 stencils, there's 8.
Yes.
And it's 4 stencils and 4 embossing. Okay.
It is indeed, yeah.
$22.99. Now you're going to get your fabulous ivy, your wisteria, but like David was saying yesterday, put them the other way in their loop-ins. It's entirely up to you which way you use them. The brick effect is just brilliant, and then the wood grain effect as well. All 4 of those, well, no, 4, there's 8.
8 stencils.
8 stencils, or 4 stencils, 4 embossing stencils, all for $22.99. We're giving you...
It's a crazy saving.
$28.97 saving. You're saving more than what you're actually spending on these.
The thing is with these is I see them as a complete multi-use. You've got the standard stencil cut inside there, but with, of course, that embossing stencil, if you don't have a die cutting machine or you're not interested in that, that's not the reason why I put them on the show. The reason why I put them on the show is with an embossing stencil, the Mylar is thicker, so if you're using gesso and pasting over it, you're going to get a dimensional relief because essentially it's going to sit in the depth of that stencil, meaning when you peel that stencil off, you get like a slab of image.
Which is amazing. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Or put them both together and it'll be even deeper.
There you go.
Absolutely fantastic. So those shop stencils, you get all 4 sets, and they are sets, $22.99. Now, this was crazy bonkers. When we brought this in, it was flying out the door, literally, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had to like dodge for it.
Because it was we couldn't keep up with it.
So another Aqua stone.
There we go. So varnish, shop varnish, and your eyes are not deceiving you. It is a larger bottle.
It's almost 5 times the size inside here. Now, this is a 500ml. You're getting half a litre with this one. Now, Amanda, if you'd be so kind to grab me that one with the stenciling on, the large plaque.
I can.
The beauty of this is that what it does is it quite literally wraps the entire decorative piece, painting, whatever it is you've created, in a fully glazing and glossed varnish. Now, it's water resistant, it's moisture resistant, it's water repellent. You can use it inside and outside. It's fully weatherproof on soft and hard surfaces. So things like porous resin, or of course something as slick and non-porous as glassware, it will still coat in the same enameling way. Fully water-based though, so it doesn't have any odour, doesn't require any curing process such as UV lights or any treatments. You leave it at room temperature to dry for about an hour and it will be fully set if it's a large coating, and then I always put a second layer on, and what that does is it gives you that dipped glaze effect, so like pottery when it's got a ceramic glaze on. Look at the shine now.
That is just gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Now I know when we had it on the show, when you first brought it back and we did the bigger ones, we had quite a few people then put into Highlight Your Creativity, which is the Facebook page where you all share. They had a few questions about doing it with the bird baths. There's loads of you put it on the bird baths now. It's amazing. All your pictures are there. It's fantastic.
It is indeed. So you're getting, well, a 120ml bottle was, I think, $14.49, okay? This is 500ml. So you're getting 4 of these plus, what, 20 mils inside there. So you would have been paying close to, well, over £50 for this. I think we worked it out that in total, by going for this, you're saving about £17 opposed to buying the equivalent in smaller bottles. It's a crazy deal.
It is a crazy deal.
And you know what? It's one of the products I use the most of. It's like my gesso and it's like my white paint. It's one thing I use the most of. If you're doing your acrylic pours, you have to seal them. This is what you use to seal them with. It gives you that glazed finishing effect, almost like resin. And it's got a flex to it as well, so don't worry if the surface is plastic and it's got a slight bit of movement. It should be absolutely fine. Just let it cure for at least 21 days if it is going to be something like a bird bath. Heavy contact moisture surfaces need higher curing times.
Which is amazing, isn't it? So that, $39.99, again, just the best deal ever. And I know at the point of bringing it in, a lot of people were waiting for it in the bigger bottles, weren't they? So we've now got it, the bigger bottle. Now we're going to go on to something else. This is reasonably new. It is.
It is, it's sold out.
100 sheets of metal leaf, and it's a beautiful copper colour. Now the colour is stunning on this one. Absolutely stunning. $14.99 for 100 sheets. It's beautiful. Look at that.
So inside here you're getting 100 sheets of the glorious copper. Brand new foil here. You can see Mel's gilded this plant pot with it as well, which looks absolutely gorgeous with the espresso flowers on the top. This is like what we call a patchy foil, where you create an oxidized finish where it fades into the background. Now you're going to get 100 sheets inside here. It's super easy to work with. It's imitation, of course, so it gives you that wonderful metallic finish. But 100 sheets for that price is bonkers. How much was this, Amanda?
$14.99.
That's
now,
crazy.
Can I just remind all of you that if you are members of our club, these are the first prices that we're giving you. Once you go to checkout, you're all getting your discounts. This is just the starting price. All these prices, even for the brand new members that may be joining today, you are still going to get the minimum of 5% off of the prices, which is amazing. So the buy one, get one free on the resin, it's not really buy one, get one free. It's even less than that. Yeah. And you get your points.
Absolutely, you do indeed. It's a great price. Again, all these prices are going to come down for you, but that foil, if you're popping it into your basket, you're going to need the metal leaf mixion, okay? Because that's your foiling adhesive.
It's beautiful.
And it's a 70ml bottle. It goes such a long way.
It really
I've had
does.
the same bottle for months now. This one is definitely one that you need.
You've had the same bottle for months, and we've all been sharing it.
Yeah, we have. I keep having to... All my alpha links have gone this morning. I had to go on the hunt for those.
He has to go right. Who's
Even
had
my
it?
hairdryer had gone.
Who's had it this morning? He has to, when he comes back in the morning, he has to come and round all his product
Where's
back
that
in.
gone? It took me about half an hour to find my Aqua stone. Look at the size of it.
Because we all borrow it. So, yeah, absolutely.
It's all of ours.
It is, yeah. So, mixion, £4.49. That is brilliant, okay?
Yeah, it is.
Now, I know there's hints, tips for actually using this, because as you can see in the actual bottle, it isn't a white bottle. It is actually that colour, like a milky colour.
It looks like white paint.
It does, exactly. But you put it on and you have to wait, don't you?
Yeah, so you put it on, you can use a hairdryer. Within about 5 to 10 minutes, it will be completely transparent. It will be completely dry, but it'll be super tacky. So it means that when you put your foil on top, you can burnish away and it will just grip onto all of that foil. It doesn't make your brush muddy or messy either. It's really simplistic to work with. If we don't get time to demo that one during this show, we'll most certainly endeavour to do it in the 1 o'clock hour, 12 o'clock hour. Yeah.
Did you tell me that it doesn't actually dry? So if you did it...
Well, if you did it, yeah, it wouldn't dry. But the thing is, if you were to, I don't know, do it on a plant pot and you left it for 6 months, that's fine. But it might have dust stuck to it by then.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't let the cat walk past it. Otherwise you'll have a cat/plant pot.
Oh, bless
I don't
him.
know what would come off worse.
So, the next one is the pouring medium. Now, if you have gone for the Arteza, or if the Arteza, you've missed out on this, we have got you the pouring medium, which is from Cadence. And this is, you're getting 2 of them, again, $6.99 saving. You're getting both of them for $8.99, everybody.
That's an incredible price for 2 of these. You're getting 240 ml. In total of your pouring effect medium. Now what this actually is, it is the medium itself that creates the pouring paint. So you mix this with your metallics, your acrylics, your premiums, whatever paint acrylic that it is that you have. You mix half of this with half paint and then half of that again water, and that makes the perfect solution for your very own pouring paint. Now the reason why we've got these on the show plus the metallics is then you can create your very own metallic acrylic pour, which looks unbelievably beautiful. But those 2 are a brilliant shout. You definitely want to get stocked up on this stuff, because when you start to realise the fact that you can make your own pouring paints, mix with metal flakes, mix with mica powders, and it all comes together, it is just bonkers. But that is a crazy price for you today. 2 of them for $8.99 plus your discount. That's going to be amazing.
Right, so we've got quite a few questions on the iPad, which we're just going to run through this. David, can you add a hint of Cadence acrylic paint to the resin, please?
Yes, absolutely you can do. Sorry, acrylic paint to the resin. If you're going to be mixing with your Resin Cast, absolutely you can mix your acrylic paint in there. What I would suggest doing is when you do make up the solution, you're going to be, of course, having a certain amount of water. Mix your paint with the water first before pouring it in, because then that will colour the whole resin a colour. If you want to make a marbled swirl, just add a few drops of the acrylic paint to the resin mixture and slowly swirl it in and it will marble it. It depends if you want all of the resin one block colour or you just want it a gradient.
So our lovely Karen is asking the same question. Can you add colour to the cast?
Absolutely you can. You can mix in your alcohol inks as well. They're great to put in, and I'll show you how to do that during the show.
Annette, thank you, Annette. I use the Aqua stone varnish on my die cut flowers. Wow, they look beautiful.
Amazing.
It makes them look dimensional. Thank you, Annette.
Crafting with Aqua stone.
Davina, look, thank you, darling. Missed out on the pouring paints. However, can I use the Cadence metallics on the show to pour with?
Absolutely, you can use the metallic paints on the show to pour with. You just need your pouring effect medium to mix in with it.
Yes, she's already then mentioned I do have the pouring medium already. Thank you. I'm just going to see if there's any more questions. Thank you, Bridget, Jackie, Elspeth, Terry, Carol, Norma, Davina. We've got Annette, Amanda, Carol. We've got so many of you this morning. Thank you, lovelies. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company. Now, we're going to demo.
We do. Now, I just want to quickly recap before we do demo. These resin casts are flying out, okay?
Literally.
We today have them on the best deal I have ever seen us do. You're going to be getting not 1, you're going to be getting 2 white bags of your resin cast from Creative. This is a superior resin cast. It's got a polymer that runs through it, making it incredibly strong as well. So it's got a drop test to it as well. If you're going to drop it from a chair height, it shouldn't break on contact, but of course it may land at a certain angle, but it's much stronger, okay? So it's not like a plaster of Paris where it's brittle and you can break it like a digestive biscuit. It is much stronger. Now, we've been using it for our mosaic projects, like a grout as well. It works brilliantly for that stuff. But we love this because not only is it completely water-based, it's easy to pigment too, which again is a complete game changer. It means you're not having to work with any chemicals, you don't need to wear any equipment. I'm just wearing my apron that I wear all day, every day anyway, because I'm more inclined to spill a cup of coffee on me than I am any paint. So, What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with just a cup and I'm going to go into my weighing scale. Now, the formulation for your resin cast powder is super simple and everything I'm going to share with you is also on the bag, so you don't need to worry about writing this down, okay? But 100 grams of resin cast powder is mixed with 35 grams of water. Water weighs the same as the actual milliliters, so a mil and a gram is the same, which is really interesting actually. But 100 grams with, of course, 35 grams of water. To make more, for this one, for example, I would do 200 grams and 70 grams of water. Yes. So I literally would just multiply the equation.
Double
it's not like with baking where if you're going to add more flour, it's not quite so much of, it's not going to be 2 more eggs, it's going to be 1. Don't worry, you don't have to do any science. It literally is a duplication process. You can't go wrong with it. Also, as well, you've got a buffer of about 10%. So if you put, 105 grams, let's say, for example, in there, and you put 34 grams of water, it really isn't going to matter. You don't have to be accurate with this. It will still cure and set absolutely fine. They are guidelines to stay within, though.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is put my cup on my weighing scale, and then I'm going to bring it up to 100 grams, okay? Always pour from the bag because it's self-sealing. It's much easier to keep it all together in one place. So I'm just going to go up to 100. And again, like we said, it doesn't matter if you go over slightly. There we are. So I've gone to 102. So if I just rotate that round to yourselves, you'll be able to see on there, we've gone to 100, 101 now. There we go. Then I'm just going to reset my scale back down to 0. I'm just going to press that again so it resets for us. And then we're going to get a stirrer on hand. I'm using my palette knife for this one because I use it for all of my resin projects. Super easy, super simple. And then I'm going to go straight in with my water. So up to 35 with this one.
How good is it when you actually get it spot on?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like when you fill it, yay! It's like when you're filling your petrol, isn't it? And you get it right bang on and you stop just in time.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. And then you realise you've put diesel in instead. Oops. So, what I'm doing now is giving it a thorough mix. Now, once you've got that water and resin together, you want to mix it for a couple of minutes, but you only have about 5 to 6 minutes before it's going to start to go off, okay? It sets relatively quickly and you can demold within an hour, which is bonkers. Now, they recommend 4 to 5 hours for it to be set, but that's like epoxy resin. Within a month it's cured, but it's actually, you can work with it in about 24 hours. With this stuff, you can demold it and take it out of there in an hour. So the project we make during this show, you'll be able to see demolded during, of course, the later show, which is brilliant.
It is brilliant.
So you want to make sure it's thoroughly mixed, and I love this solution because there's a few resins out there where the lumps are really hard to get out, okay? This one is incredibly smooth. As soon as you start to mix it, it's kind of like the lumps just want to dissolve. They want to break down. So I'm just going to mix thoroughly like this. And then we're going to add some of our alcohol inks into here. So Amanda, would you be able to pass me in the front tray, the acrylic tray? Is that okay?
Yep,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And we're going to add some of our alcohol inks inside here.
So which is this one?
That's blush. No, so this one is refreshing.
Refreshing.
Your finger's stuck in there. Sorry. Right, give it here. Sorry about that. Almost got a finger in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the colours inside here. These are beautiful. I use the pink. Okay, and watch what happens. As soon as I'm going to drop it in, it's just going to bleed into the top of it. Just like that.
I've got to watch it on the screen over there.
There we go.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. What colour's that one?
Orange. And then I'm just going to put one little drop of blue in there because this will be quite an overpowering colour. Just like that, okay?
Nice.
And then I'm just going to use that at the end of a paintbrush or something, just to do a bit of swirling. Now, we're not thoroughly mixing this, but I'm centralising my swirl to the middle like that. There we go, so it all kind of stays focused. Then what we're going to do is pour this directly into our mould. So I'm going into the small silicone mould. Remember, you're getting 3 sizes here, okay?
You are.
3 sizes. This is the smallest one. But we're going to pour directly into the mould like that. I'm keeping the drip centralised, so I've got these ripples moving out like that. You see just there?
Oh, David, that looks beautiful.
It's nice, isn't it? And then remember, the reveal side is going to be underneath this, so we're going to get another effect there too. I'm then just going to scrape out any of the excess, just like this, like you would do with any other product, whether it's paint. You want to make sure you're getting the most out of that. And that's going to fill this mould here perfectly. There we are. And just scrape off any additional bits that you don't need. Remember, this is the base. So, as soon as it's poured in there, we jump it around like this, okay? You can go back in with that brush again if you wanted to add some additional swirls inside here.
Oh.
So you could go around like this and create some wonderful swirled pattern. Look at that marbling now that we're getting. Isn't it wonderful? Now, those alcohol inks are going to colour this perfectly because you can see, like, even in this one here, we've created a wonderful sort of cosmic. And I only used the pink inside there. This one we've used a tri-blend. So the result underneath is going to be completely different from what's on top.
I'm loving it.
And the surface is like polished. Now, what you can also do with these, something really exciting, is you can set things into them whilst they're drying. So what I did with this one, let's show you this and I'll demold it for you because this is the largest one. And bring this over. Is I've got a bit of our floristry wire that we've got within our Fleurs range. You could use a paper clip, you could use, you know, anything.
Piece of string, anything.
Yeah, I tend to find wire is better because it stays in place. The string will float a little bit.
Yep.
But then I've set that in there, so that's now goes into the resin, and I've just did little kills there, so it's got like an anchor point, so it won't just feed straight back out. And then I'm going to demold it, and look at that. It's like polished concrete. It's honestly, feel that.
That is beautiful.
And that then means we can hang this up. So we can put, of course, a screw in the wall, or it could go on a door, it could go anywhere. And then you've got a hanging decoration that you can decorate yourself. Like those trinkets you find on holiday. Rice paper it, acrylic pour on top of it, all those different finishes and effects.
Just use it like a canvas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just use it exactly the same as you do a canvas. Is that what the little legs were that you were making yesterday?
Yes.
Those hooks?
Yeah, they were.
I said to him, what are you doing, making little legs?
Little legs. Yeah, they look like little legs, didn't they? Now what I'm going to do is this cup's going to go to one side. I'm going to get a fresh one out.
Oh, right, okay.
Because what we're going to do now, and I can't believe where this show has gone, but don't worry, I have got loads of demos to share with you today. I've got loads planned.
Oh, iPad.
And then I'm going to grab another cup. I'm going to use a smaller one for this because we're making a much smaller solution. I'm going to get so I've demolded one, okay, this one does have the hook in the back. I'm going to go back to my scales and use that Resin Cast powder again. Now, if you've not gone for that Resin Cast powder, this is your time to do so. Between shows, we have plenty of items that always sell out. Make sure that's back to 0.
We have a question for you, my lovely.
Oh, fabulous.
Now, Elspeth must have been thinking about this. Look, you were ahead of her. Thank you, Elspeth. Question: would mica powder in the base of the moulds work with the Resin Cast? Thank you.
Absolutely, it would do. What you can do is dust it in there. That's a great question, Elspeth. Yes, the Resin Cast, the mica powders will work within the moulds. Dust them into the bottom. Works great with a textured mould. Because these are round and flat towards the bottom, what I did was I took it out and then I aqua stoned it. Okay, so I completely painted it. Then I sprinkled mica on top, and all of the mica soaked into the aqua stone, which gave me this wonderful effect like this. How cool is this? So that's what that gave us, but absolutely you can do. You can also mix your micas with the varnish and create your very own mica paint. I'll show you how to do that as well. We just don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time.
But we're going to try and make time.
And this is all down to Cadence, okay? So the Cadence they are the chemists of the industry. They are just brilliant at what they create. And they give us all these wonderful substrates, all these different mediums that then give us the opportunity to be the creator and have things that work for us. So we have the resin that we can mix different things in to make different things. We have the aqua stone that doesn't just create a varnish, you can create lots of other things with it, and it goes on a whole plethora of different surfaces, which again is just formidable. They are brilliant. Right, okay, so I am just going to do a little reminder. Now, David is currently using and working with the Resin Cast that we have on the show. Now, generally, it's $29.99 for the one packet. For this show, we've done you a cracking deal. You're getting one, and then you're going to get another one for free.
We've never done this. You're going to get 2 bags of the Resin Cast, okay? You're going to get 2 800-gram bags of this. That is going to give you 1.6 kilos of Resin Cast to play with. How amazing is that? It's all water-based. It's so easy to use. It's got a polymer that runs through it as well, which makes it super strong, like nothing else. You can pigment it. You can add alcohol to it. Your alcohol inks. You can add your acrylics to it. You name it. You could do so much with this. Terrazzo effects. You can use it inside and outside with your glazes and your paints. But please don't miss out on this deal. This deal we have, of course, put against this show and the later show, and it's against the stock, okay? I don't know if this deal is going to be back, okay? but it's flying out. So please do make sure, if you're going for it, go for it now and don't miss out on it, because it's going to be one of those situations where we do come back later on throughout the day and say to you, I'm afraid, sorry, it's gone. It could be like that.
I'm your sous chef.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Sue.
There you go.
What I'm going to do now, thank you very much for mixing, is I've got my cup here with me, and I've also got these moulds, and this is from our flower mould. So what I did was I poured them in here and demolded them, which was super easy to do so. I mean, look at this.
David,
it's
I love
incredible. This. It's nice,
I want one of these. I'm definitely going to do this.
Just showing the finished bit before I've even done it. Look at that. Oh, gosh, surprise gone.
You've already showed it,
yeah, but everyone might have forgot. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel these and pop them out.
What is that word? Showed you did.
Showed it. I don't know. I didn't even register. And I've peeled all of those out of there. Now, this is a little technique that you can do.
What are we doing?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I feel like you're serving me some food.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
we've got breaking news. I think we need one of those in the background to give you breaking news. All of the round moulds are now allocated, guys.
They're no longer around.
They are. Oh dear. Just get ready for later on for the next.
I went full circle with that joke. Sorry.
It's not though. So they're all allocated.
They just come in threes. Oh, anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Basically, what Amanda's saying is they've all gone.
Gone. Yes. So
and I'll just keep interrupting her.
Bless you all. If you need to check out to get them, because there's nothing for the next show, I don't think, unless we can miraculously find some more.
Well, to my knowledge, no. But we'll speak to the team afterwards. But congratulations, everybody. You've done the right thing, because otherwise you would have missed out.
You would have missed out. Absolutely. Please check out to make sure that you actually get those.
Yeah.
And obviously, because you're shopping, if you're checking out before, is it 1 p.m., they'll be in the post for you today.
Oh, yeah, of course. Check out before 1 o'clock, same day. Perfect.
Our lovely ninjas next door will be whizzing round the warehouse for you and getting those parcels out. Oh, dear.
Do you know what I'd also be doing with this resin cast? Because, of course, the more you make, the more you use.
Yes.
I'd be going for 2 of the twin bundle, because then I'm going to get 4 resin casts for under £60 with my club discounts. Going to bring it on even further.
Yep.
And I'd be getting like, what, over 3 kilos of resin. That's what I'd be doing. I think that's what I would be doing. I know that's what I'd be doing. Right, okay, so what I've done is I demolded my roses here, and I've popped them on our circular one. I've used my middle size circle for this one. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a pipette. I'm going to squeeze this into my resin and feed some of it up like this, okay? And just put a little bit of my resin and use it like a glue. And then put the flowers on top like this. Decant a bit more resin out, pop it on.
Oh, cool.
A little bit of resin, pop it on.
That's how we did it with the candles, isn't it? We used the warm wax to stick everything on.
It's brilliant. So I'm just going to draw a little bit more of it up just there. And with this, again, just leave it a full hour before you're going to start painting it so it has time to set. Put a bit more under that one.
Are you going to decorate this one?
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the door plaque.
I can't tell you just how beautiful that actually is.
I love it so much. I think it's one of my favourite creations with resin yet, and I've done a lot of them. And
you can't achieve that without these moulds. So if you have been lucky enough to get those moulds in your baskets, please check them out, because look at what you can be creating. I need to go and get, we left the big one over there with a stencil on.
So all I'm going to do now is I'm squeezing up water through my pipette, because I need to really flush that through, make sure it doesn't set, because if that sets in there, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get out. So I'm just cleaning it through with some water. Nice and clean, lovely. And then we'll leave this to set. Now, on this one here, I did add more embellishments to it. These ones should be set now, but then I'm going to go in and paint it, and then we can add our mica and our aqua stone over the top. And then I'm going to get 2 little metal numbers. Oh, we could cut them on the scan and cut.
Cut them on
and
the
glaze
scan and
them.
cut.
Absolutely, we could do. Right, so shall I do a little bit of that? Oh, do you want to show everyone that one?
Look at this. Do you know, the things that, you know, and these, they're not super difficult to do, are they?
No, absolutely
because you've
not.
got the right, and that's no disrespect to David, because David's creativity is just brilliant.
No, totally, that makes perfect sense.
This is all doable for everybody at home, because you've all got the right stuff.
Yes.
So it's going to work because you're buying the right kind of ingredients.
Yes.
To make, you know, like when you have a cake and you buy the inferior stuff and it goes a bit flat and you have a soggy bottom.
Oh dear.
You don't want that. By buying the quality material, one, you're going to enjoy the process far more because you're going to enjoy the result that you actually get.
Yes, absolutely.
And then two, the actual making of it. Just look at what you can do. This is using the gesso. Now, again, the gesso, guys, it is a 2-for-1. My word, but look how thick it is.
So I'm almost down to my last part, and I've had that, oh gosh.
A long time.
I've had that a long time.
Again, we've all borrowed and shared this particular
part. Yeah, I was
pot.
going to say, it's not all my doing.
It's not all David's doing, but it is incredibly thick substrate. So you've got black and white for $11.99. Shop Gesso gets you both of them, and it really is fantastic. But look at that. This is white. And
yes.
Look, it's just one coat.
It is just one coat. I'm going in and just making sure to paint in between all of the little cracks of these. Now, you could leave it white and dust it with your own favourite colours afterwards, but I'm going in with the black because what I want to do is then use our markers that we have on the show. So I'm going around all of these smaller areas, and I'm using a soft stencil brush as well, just so it goes into all of the detail and doesn't break anything off.
But you're not having to go back in and do another coat. Just that one coat is covering that white. And it's not just a start. It's not like this is white.
Yes.
And it's covering it instantly.
Yeah.
Now you don't get, like I say, I've worked with lots of gessos and I've had to go in with 2-3 coats to actually get a good coat on something to cover it.
Definitely.
But this is brilliant. So like I said, all the round is allocated. So please remember to check out your baskets. I do want to just remind everybody about that 2-for-1 on the actual resin cast.
Crazy deal, don't miss that one.
Just incredible deal. So you buy one, you get one free on the resin cast, on the white, which is, so shop twin, $39.99. And like you said, I'd bulk buy with that.
Oh, 100%.
For a deal with that, I'd definitely be putting that. Because you know, like you get your favourites and you're at their supermarkets and you're going around with your shopping trolley and you have your favourite thing.
Yeah.
If that was on a supermarket shelf, you would definitely be putting multiples in.
Well, of course you would, absolutely.
Absolutely.
We've not done it before. That's just like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Now, we do have a few other items that I am just very quickly going to...
Oh, okay. I'll carry on painting then.
Painting. I just want to quickly tell you. Now, because David is actually going to use the mica, I want to remind everybody about it. 32 pots of mica for $39.99. So it's shop mica. Look at all of that lovely yumminess that's there. And it really is beautiful. And there's a lot in those pots. That's a lot of mica that you get in. Then in addition to that, we do have our Magic Bond and Seal set. Now, we've shown you this several times. You're getting 5 different sealers and varnishes in here. This has also got your... I was going to say washing machine, but it isn't. It's your dishwasher.
Save.
You've got your dishwasher.
I've got your washing
there.
Machine fabric glue in there.
And your fabric glue. And then when you're using, if you're going to be doing stenciling onto the rounds, you are going to need your stencil glue. So that one adhesive, shop adhesive, $9.99. And then even though we've got the round moulds, imagine now setting those in them as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the middle of your mould. So make one of these and then set it and then pour resin round it again. So you've got that beautiful flower in the middle, or do 3 of them. So that one again is shop flower for $12.99. Brilliant. Look at this.
So I've done half of it because we're going to do the other half later. It's quite funky actually, isn't it? But yeah, I've literally done one half. I'm just giving it a quick dry. We might not get time to finish it, but we can get time to see it. It was, wasn't it? It's very nice. Right, okay, my Michael powders.
Let me move this.
I'm going to grab a colour. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some onto this mat right here. Okay, don't need a great deal. There we go. And then we're going to use some of our Aqua Stone varnish. And I'm going to grab a little bit of varnish, okay, and just put a teeny tiny portion just on my mat there.
Davina says she's bought these mica powders. They're amazing. Thank you, Vadina.
Oh, they are brilliant. Davina. Thank you, Davina, for letting us know.
I do have a question for you, David, while you're just mixing that.
Okay, great.
Our lovely Pauline, question. What the best thing to use to stencil a design onto her bird bath, please? Foam or stipple? Stencil brushes. It's already been painted with the Aqua Stone and metallic Boya. I'll be using Cadence Hybrid acrylics and metallic to stencil before sealing with Aqua Stone.
Amazing. The best thing to apply, I would probably say, is a stencil brush. If it's a slightly textured surface, a foam as you're pushing it down may push a little bit underneath the stencil. A stencil brush is a little bit more carefree and a little bit more directional with something like that. I was trying to say careful. I would probably go with a stencil brush.
Another question?
Can you hear suspicious flowers with hot glue onto the round resin pieces?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
That's exactly what Mel's done, I believe. We've got 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
We're going to finish it later on, guys, but thank you so much for joining us. I've loved this hour. Take care, everybody.
Remember to check out your baskets, and we're through there in about 4 or 5 minutes, so we'll stay tuned and we'll see you all again later with another resin show. Bye.
Bye.